Are you tired of buying a new game and it turns out it's absolute trash? Well, today I'm gonna go over the worst drift games I've ever played so you don't have to. You're welcome. Subscribe. Number 1. Torque Drift 2. This game can be summarized with just few words. NFT, blockchain, crypto. All that BS. Fun fact, they have also been a long-time sponsor for actual Formula Drift events. And I mean like the real Formula Drift, which is crazy. Also, apparently, when Torque Drift 2 with all the NFT blockchain stuff was announced, then like 10 employees just quit. So even the team behind the game was not happy with that. Disgusting behavior. Disgusting! Now after this backfired, I do believe they removed most of this BS, luckily. And also they've like tried to get me to sponsor the game like so many times. Like even in YouTube comments, they won't leave me alone. And don't worry boys, it doesn't matter how much they offer me, I will not play Torque Drift 2 or get sponsored by them. However, I did play Torque Drift 1 a little bit, which didn't have any of the BS crap that we mentioned earlier, right? So, but yeah, crazy. Crazy stuff. Number 2, Hasera Drifter. Now, the last update was in 2021, 3 years ago. This game started out as a mobile game, with pretty decent success, might I add. And then, obviously, a Steam version of the game was made. I played it as well on Steam when it came out, that was like 4 years ago. And it felt like playing a mobile game. I mean, it is a mobile port on PC, so yeah. Cheap, low effort, so I never played it again. And when looking at the Steam reviews, I instantly see someone saying, dead game. And yeah, that is the problem. You release a low effort game, you don't want to put in any effort, minimal updates, and you expect it to do well. I don't know. What is the thought process behind that? I'm not sure. Oh, and check this out. Someone posted a warning about this game. Warning: microtransaction infested game. This mobile app is infested with a mobile app like cash shop for unlocking in-game currency and features. I mean, wow. Just, yeah, incredible stuff, incredible stuff. Number 3, Drift 21, aka Drift CE. It's $30 on Steam, so you would expect a good game. But instead we have below mid physics, nothing to do there besides garage shenanigans. And it's $30. Now, Drift CE, formerly known as Drift 21, same game, advertises itself as a drift racing simulator game. Simulator. I'm for real. Now, I played the game quite a bit, may I add, and I'm sorry, the physics are not even close to simulation. Not then, not now. But to be fair, the physics now are better than they were like before, I'll give them that. But saying the game is a simulator, I'm sorry, like you either have never drifted a car in real life, or you have never played an actual simulator game. Or maybe you're just delusional. Now, I do like the main idea behind the game, right? It was made to offer like a realistic drifting experience, focusing like heavily on car tuning, very detailed tuning, like you can just one by one rip out like all your engine components and like replace like most parts in the engine and elsewhere. But if we look at the Steam stats, it has like 15 players on average playing the game. Crazily enough, Drift CE has actually been generally well received because on Steam it says mostly positive, but somehow almost nobody's playing it. So what happens? Well, my personal guess is they focused way too much on the car customization part and like too little on literally the rest of the game. In all honesty, I do believe the game was not made out of passion. Anyway, next game. Number 4. Drift Rain. Bro, that game, by the way, used to cost $25 on Steam at launch, which is crazy. That's like Looney Tunes. That's even more than Car Wreck Street, by the way. But look at this gameplay. Just look at it. But come on, bro. $25. Now, they have lowered it recently, which is good, but I mean, come on. And obviously, on their Steam page, even currently right now, it says that this game is, let me quote, the ultimate drifting simulator. Now, it comes down to two things. Either the developers are delusional or they think we're stupid. Or maybe it's both. But it's just crazy to see that games are just throwing around the term simulation, like so freely, you know? Like just, you know, just flapping it around, like simulator. Oh, simulator. Oh, it's a simulator. Shut up. I mean, they might be simulators. A simulation of us refunding the game after playing it for 2 minutes, but it doesn't simulate anything else. It's a Steam refund simulator. That's what it is. Now, wheel support is ass. Graphics, ass. Physics, smelly ass. if you wanna get scammed, go buy the game. It'll be perfect for you. Personally, I'd rather lick someone's old, dirty, unwashed socks before playing this game ever again. And apparently it's not just me. The reviews are mixed, which is not a good sign. It was not ready for release, needs a lot more polishing, it's playable but rough. Yeah, exactly. It feels like a cheap mobile game on PC. Like, it's horrible. Also, not a single update in 2024. They abandoned it. Like, what are we even talking about? Next game. Number 5. The Drift Challenge. So this game's full release was in 2023, but it was out years before that. I personally played it in like 2021. Overall, it's like generally well received on Steam. The reviews say very positive, but as of right now, there is not a single update in 2024. They just gave up on the game and move on to other projects. Now, when the game launched, I remember I actually loved it, and I even recommended it. But not anymore since it's abandoned, right? Like this comment says, they had the potential. The idea was very good, but it's simply, neglected by the developers. The idea behind the game is amazing. A niche indie drift game that specifically teaches you everything about drifting. I love that idea. But yes, since nothing new is getting added into this game, no improvements, no new content, I cannot recommend the game. Simple as that. Number 6. Drift Horizon Online. Okay, asking $5 for this game should be considered a scam. It just looks like the most low-effort mobile game trash. Straight up. And I know it was released in like 2017. That is not an excuse. Even back then, it was trash. The physics are trash. The graphics are trash. Now, what it tried to be was an open world multiplayer drift game. But even the map itself is trash. I'm sorry, I'm like saying trash way too many times. Okay, I said it again. Hold on. It's trash. It's trash. And, there's not enough content in the game. As this reviewer puts it, dog water. Number 7. Drifting Kings. Very cool name, by the way. Now, this game is an interesting one. Visually, it is nothing like the other games. And I really dig that. Like, not every game has to be realistic. But games do have to look good. And they nailed that. But it has very few purchases, like only 8 reviews at the time of recording this. Now, it doesn't shine when it comes to gameplay, as in like there's not a lot of content. There's just not a lot to do there. Now, the problem is that it costs like 13 USD on Steam. Like, I'm sorry, but for what? Like this game should be like $5 max. Like, I played it as well. I didn't like the physics. It got boring so quick. But like most games on the list, you guessed it, it's abandoned. It's been over a year since the last update. Rest in peace. Next game. Number 8. RDS. Now, this is a pump and dump scheme. Wait, what, Ghost? That's crazy. Let me explain. RDS is just a copy and paste of their previous games. So how this works is they release one game, then when the player count goes down and the purchases go down as well, what do? They're gonna release the same game again under a different name, different logo, and different menu colors. So in 2016, there was a game called Peak Angle. In 2017, there was a game called Furidanshi. And in 2019, they released RDS. All of these 3 games are the same games with very minimal changes. Like, those changes should have been updates, not separate games. And a lot of people actually called them out on that as well. Anyway, moving on. Number 9. Police Monster Drift. And if you hear that, you're like, what? What? Huh? Bro, I even left a negative review of the game, which I don't often do, boys. Now, luckily, you can't buy that game anymore. They took it off the Steam. But just look at this gameplay. What happens? And boys, that's a 2021 game. It's not that old, but it looks like it should be released like 20 years ago. Now, the idea though was quite interesting. You drift as a cop to catch criminals, which, yes, if you think about it, it really doesn't make any sense. But very ambitious, right? It's different. But yeah, the gameplay, bro, it's so bad to even watch. And I had to play that game as well. Brain cells were lost, trust me. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with this one. I'm glad it got deleted from Steam. Rest in peace. Oh, and that's the only game on this list that you actually can't buy. All the rest of the games you can still buy. But maybe don't, okay? Number 10. Race for Tuning. I played this, and my first impressions were I liked it back in the day. I even organized a car meet in this game with the viewers on one of my Twitch streams. And this game had so much potential. I'm not even kidding. But again, they just gave up on the game. I enjoyed the car customization. I enjoyed the kind of Fast and Furious vibes it has. The online drag races were kind of cool. You could even like completely rip off all the parts on your car in the garage. And I can't believe it's already been 4 years since I last played that game. And not a single update. This was one of those games that should have received regular updates and it would have been completely fine. Also, it has 460 reviews on Steam. That means definitely more than 1,000 purchases. So this game sold a decent amount, but yeah, too many bugs right now to recommend this game and no updates coming at all, sadly. It is what it is. But hopefully, you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and as always, stay sideways. Peace!